People are gonna find something to make fun of you for no matter what you do. But remember, styles are always changing, people's likes are always changing. What's in one day might be out tomorrow and vice versa. So you may as well be you no matter what. You're not for everyone though. And this is definitely a hard truth that a lot of us face. And me being a people pleaser, this was tough for me to accept.
It became personal with me.
If you've been following my content for any amount of time, or if you're someone who knows me personally, you know that I'm all about spreading peace, love, positivity, truth. I'm super optimistic and very happy the vast majority of the time.
Happy, happy, happy.
Now, of course, I also do speak on some controversial topics, but I do so, I believe, in a very empowering, positive, kind-hearted way, even though some of you aren't able to see that. So it came as a surprise to me when I started receiving all these negative comments, or even in person from a young age. I always thought that like all of us knew the golden rule, which is to treat others the way that you want to be treated, or do unto others as you would have them do unto you. In today's video, I'm going to dive deeper into helping you become more authentically yourself and stop worrying so much about what others think of you. Anyways, let's get into the video now. What's happening, guys? Welcome back to the Jared and James channel. I'm Jared Weiss. For you guys who know that miss me now, subscribe to the channel so you know what to do. Hit that subscribe and make sure to leave a like, drop a comment, let me know your thoughts on this video, follow me on every platform. Also make sure to follow the Rabbit Hole Roundup account for all my truther content, as well as wherever else I'm at. I'm everywhere on social media, but like I do need all of you guys' help in getting the message out there, so this way I can help you guys and you guys can help me follow my own dreams. As I was saying, when I first started receiving all these negative comments, and so many of them
Go to hell.
Hey, Glenn.
Yeah, go to hell.
Heard that one already.
on social media, this was of course a huge shock to me. Being someone who's a people pleaser, being someone who believes so strongly in being kind and loving towards others. Now, I also had some shocks early on in my life from bullies, because I always thought if you were nice to others, they were always going to respond the same way to you. And of course, don't get me wrong, if they are the right people and if they are good people, this will often be the case. But people are always going to be going through their own stuff. Whether it's bad relationships with their parents,
You're mad at your dad, not at me. I forgive you.
whether it's not getting enough love from their peers or not enough attention, or just pure jealousy, etc, etc. But remember, this is not an indictment on you, it's on them.
It's not you. It's me.
You're giving me the it's not you, it's me routine?
If you're treating others right, if you're being kind, if you're promoting a positive message, then anything that's not like this equal kindness and positive reaction back to you, that's gonna be on them. So like, it's not up to you to worry about them. And some people are always gonna find something wrong with you or something mean to say to you no matter what you do. That's the way like they're currently wired, but it doesn't mean that like they can't change. If you can actually show them the way and show them how living your life with good intentions and helping others and promoting peace, love, and positivity helps you and makes you a better person, you may actually get some people to change their own ways and evolve their own beliefs. But it's important to not allow that criticism to change who you are and to change what it is that like you're speaking about. People are always gonna make fun of the way you look, make fun of the way you dress.
That is the ugliest effing skirt I've ever seen.
This person's too skinny, this person's too fat. If you're strong, you must be on steroids, or if you're skinny, you're too weak. Styles are always going to be changing. But what if you could actually be your own trendsetter and not worry about what the in style currently is, and you just wear whatever you think best suits you?
I let him wear whatever he wants to wear. Let him make the right decision.
You're a pioneer.
Or you just act however best suits you, and then you're going to find other people who are interested in those same things. Some people might call you a geek or a nerd.
You're a dork.
For liking certain things, but then let's just say a few years from now, you actually build like a huge social media following from following those passions. What are the people who called you that going to be saying to you then?
Say you're sorry.
I'm sorry.
Remember that if people are making fun of what you're wearing now, wait and give it 5 years.
Many months later.
When they're all going to be wearing that same thing too, because vintage came back, where the trends changed, and the people who are promoting fashion
You have no eye for fashion.
I have no eye for that.
decided to bring that look in. Maybe some people will say to you like you're too talkative and you're annoying them, as some people used to say to me. But now I have a podcast, so I never stopped talking just because other people wanted me to. I actually took that and turned it into my own advantage.
You could put the hinges on the hands too.
And in spite of the massive speech challenges I've been I've been dealing with as a result of my life-threatening illness for the past several years now, I have plenty of people who love talking to me and who love hearing my message. I mean, for any of my gym friends, as all you guys know, I'm often referred to as the mayor of lifetime because of how many people love talking to me and love hearing what I have to say. Or what about the people who used to call me a tryhard back in high school because I was actually someone who worked hard and cared about everything I was doing, and I'm someone who's always lived by the quote, how you do one thing is how you do everything. But like, oh, in high school, you're not cool if you take everything seriously and if you actually work hard on your sports or on your schoolwork.
You ain't cool!
And of course, as you guys know, I have a lot of problems with the whole school system, but like, I still always gave everything I did my all. But how does that look for them now? What about all the kids who were too lazy to actually care about what it was they were doing? How do you think those kids fared in the end? Do you think that like all those people just magically learned how to work hard? Or did it actually probably take them some time and some massive adjustments years later to actually learn how to work on themselves? And I'm sure a lot of them probably still haven't figured it out. And that may actually haunt some of them for the rest of their lives. Is it still cool to not work hard?
There's so many people that have the ability and just refuse to get off that couch. Refuse to study a few more hours. Refuse to go deeper, to go further. And that's where I gain the advantage.
If all you're trying to do is just fit in with the group, you're oftentimes going to lose yourself in the process. I mean, think about this. And this may be more of a funny example or a controversial example, or I don't even know like how to describe it, but anyways, I remember when I was growing up, I, along with many others, used to think that like the hottest girls were always the skinniest ones. And what got portrayed in the whole fashion industry, what got portrayed by all the stars on TV, they were all always trying to lose weight, lose weight, lose weight. But what about now in 2024? I, along with what often gets promoted, whether it's by models, whether it's by the whole fashion industry, are the girls who actually have some meat on them.
Hey boss, big butts.
And who have curves these days. What actually changed though? Is it actually just based on what we're told is hot? I mean, of course, don't get me wrong, of course we also have some biological needs, and of course that obviously explains why we see certain people as attractive and others as not. But I find it odd how so many people's likes could suddenly change just because of what gets promoted on TV or by the whole culture shift. So now, if you were a curvy girl back then, you probably would have been unwanted, you would have been made fun of.
You fat. P-H-A-T.
But now, if you never changed, and if you actually embraced who you were back then, and you weren't trying to lose weight in all these unhealthy ways, and you actually had some healthy curves on you, all these years later, all of a sudden, now you're a valuable commodity, and everyone wants you. Another example of this. I even remember back in my hometown, when I was little, for whatever reason, and to be honest, this actually never made any sense to me at all, but you weren't considered cool if you played baseball.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard.
Which I find to be very odd. It doesn't even make sense to me. But now, imagine if you were a very talented baseball player.
The Great Bambino!
You were capable of being a pro one day, maybe even, and you decided to stop playing because others told you like what you were doing wasn't cool and your passion wasn't for them. Imagine how sad you'd be, especially if on the other hand, what if you didn't listen to them and made it all the way to the majors, and now all of a sudden you're making millions of dollars playing the sport that you love but that others told you wasn't cool when you were younger? Who would be the one laughing now? So ultimately, don't change who you are to please others, especially people who don't matter to you and people who would never be your friends in the first place anyways. Stay authentic, stay true to who you are, and attract the type of people who you're actually meant to be around. If people are going to make fun of you no matter what, why not be the person who you want to be and the one who God actually intended for you to be? Our world is always going to be shifting on what's cool, what's not cool. Suddenly this style is the way to go. This person's in, this person's out. If you're always going to be trying to fit in, you're always going to be seeking this moving target that's never going to satisfy who you are.
You will remind him who you are.
So you may as well be who you are, set your own trends, decide for yourself what's cool and what isn't, and I guarantee you, eventually, it may take some time, you may have to spend some time alone, but if you love yourself and you show the world your true self and who you're meant to be, you're gonna attract the right people one way or another, and you're gonna get people who genuinely love you as you are, rather than trying to be someone who you're not, and you're just gonna lose yourself, and you're not gonna love yourself in the process.
I'm not changing. I like me. My wife likes me. My customers like me, because I'm the real article. What you see is what you get.
Why do you think so much of our society has so many mental health issues, whether it be depression, anxiety? And as I always say, having those issues, as I've dealt with those throughout my life, doesn't make you a bad person. It doesn't mean that anything is wrong with you, quote unquote. It just means like something in your life is trying to speak to you and trying to get you to make a change. So you have to listen to it, hear it out, and see what actions you could take, whether physical, metaphysical, spiritual, detoxification of your body or of your life. But having said that, as Elle Stone said when she came on my podcast, a large reason for these mental health issues is because so many people are living these inorganic, inauthentic lives to who they're supposed to be. And a lot of people don't even know themselves because they've spent so much time trying to fit in with the rest of society, trying to fit in with their peers, trying to fit in with people who are never going to be right for them in the first place. So then they end up losing themselves, and their body and their soul knows what's authentic and what isn't. So the more that you stray away from your true self, the more your body and your soul are going to be in a state of dis-ease, and you're not going to be comfortable because you created this life that was around pleasing others as opposed to pleasing yourself, which at the end of the day is what matters most, especially because we all have to live with ourselves. So if you don't love the person who's staring back at you in the mirror, then you're not going to attract genuine people who love that person either. Anyways, guys, I hope that you guys enjoyed this message. I hope that you guys found this message inspiring, uplifting. Anyways, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Be sure to subscribe to all my platforms, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Peace, love, positivity. Catch you guys in the next one. Peace.